Hi everyone. So I was debating on what to do for a top 10 Tuesday, and I am going to be talking about 10 of my original works. So I think I want to do 5 poems and 5 stories. The first poem I want to talk about, and these are in no particular order, is Equations of Life. So this was something that I wrote in 8th grade, I believe, and it was for math class. Supposed to like write a poem about like how math lives. I've always hated math. Never been my best subject, but I think I did pretty well writing this poem. For being like 14, I'm very proud of it. Yes, it rhymes, but I was trying to be a little deep. And yeah, it's been one of my favorites for a long time. It's kind of more about life, you know, just life in general and people and stuff like that. And yeah, pretty much all these I have on my YouTube, so you can go listen. The next one is called Liquid Fire, and this was about like a falling out with a family member. It was Todd the librarian that had commented on it, and saying that, what did he say? Oh, that it seemed to be about a relationship, and we were kind of talking basically about how, you know, things that are written can mean different things to different people, and I kind of like that. I like when things are, what's the word? I think ambiguous, maybe is the word, where there's kind of like a central idea or theme that kind of that a lot of people know, but it can apply to different things, whether it be family, friends, a relationship, you know, the idea of things going wrong and your guilt for not trying or not being able to fix it. And this one is unpublished, but I hope for it to be in my next book. The next one is Sailboat, and this is just a cute little one that I wrote and made a very bad stick figure drawing with. Just about my son and being a mom and just daily life, with a kid as a mom. It's, more, I wouldn't say personal, but, a more meaningful one. And that I hope is going to go into the book too. I really need to make a second poetry book, but that'll definitely be in there because it's one of the more lighthearted, happy ones, and it's just one of my favorites that I go back to once in a while. It's, meaningful for me, and I think a lot of people could relate. The next one is Ava Rain. This one was a favorite just because I like the name that I created out of it, and it's just more about your inner self coming out and not letting anybody stop you from being who you are, and you know like not oppressing your own self and everything. And yeah, I just really love the name Ava Rain. It's just, a lot of people think it's about like a baby, but no, it's more about like you letting yourself be you, basically. And the last one I'm going to talk about is also unpublished, going into the new book, and that is The Archer. So this is just based around, trying to be a strong person, but, kind of feeling like the world is on your shoulder. It's based around a lot of things. One, My favorite book is The Hunger Games, Girl on Fire. I myself am a Sagittarius. I was born at the end of November. And so it's just kind of an element of myself, my favorite book. Just, yeah, feeling like you have so much on your plate and that you're not allowed to be a regular person, to, fall, to have your bad times. That sometimes you need somebody else to be strong for you, that kind of thing. So the first story I'm going to talk about is an unpublished one, and I've rewritten it a couple times. I may rewrite it again, but it is called The Message, and it's inspired by basically strange messages that you get from people online, creepy messages. And this thing is completely fiction, but once in a while, especially us women, we get messages that are just way out there. And yeah, I've hit the block button a lot of times. Like, I'm usually polite to anybody that talks to me. You know, you say hello, I'll say hello back and everything. And, I'm not rude, but some people are just so pushy. And it's to a creepy level. And basically, I wrote about this girl who meets this person online, and they become a bit stalker-ish. One that was published in my book called Another World Called Ours, which you can find online, and I will link both my books down below. So Rain of Dandelions was one of my absolute favorites to write, and it's basically about a girl who's lost her sister, and she gets this magic dandelion, and she basically wishes for her sister, and they kind of like spend a day together. Yeah, so Rain of Dandelions, Ava Rain. You can see one of my likes. Yeah, but definitely one of my favorites. The next one would be Two Wizards and a Magic Llama. And this is basically about a couple that are wizards and their magic isn't strong enough for, all the crap they're going through. So they basically ask a leprechaun for help, and they end up getting a magic llama. Now, I attempt to write fantasy, and I love llamas, so this was one of my favorites. I think my comedy was done pretty on point there. Alright, next is a Jar of Earth. And this one was originally something totally different than what the end project had ended up being. But I took a prompt that was given and I just wrote this short story, flash fiction, whatever you want to call it. And it's about a person that goes to a cafe and meets up basically with an old friend, and there's a little bit of a twist at the end, and I liked how it came out. It's one of my favorites. It's, like I said, very different than what it started out, but I am glad about that change. And finally, one of the first ones that I wrote for the book was Night of the Killer Cupcakes. And This one basically is about a group of friends. They cast a spell on cupcakes that come to life, and more like a comedy type thing. It's got a lot of sarcasm in it. I like the characters that I created. I like the humor that's in there. Somebody once told me it wasn't their absolute favorite, but I did enjoy writing it. So yeah, that's my top 10 list, and like I said, I will link those down below, and thanks for watching.